Minasan, konnichiwa. Welcome to our kanji series, your one-stop destination to learn and master the kanji for JLPT N5. If you have still not subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell icon next to it so that you get notified immediately when we post our next video. So in today's video, we are going to learn the kanji for numbers. We have already done our first video on kanji for numbers from 1 to 5. If you have not watched the video, we would be leaving the link for it in the description box. Please do go watch it first and then you can continue watching this video. So in this video, we are going to learn numbers from 6 to 10. Let's begin. Soredeva, hajimimashou. Kanji for number 6 looks like this. A small tip on remembering the kanji. If you look at the lower part of the kanji, it's something like the kanji for number 8. We would be discussing the kanji soon. And if I drew a line cutting across and a line above, do you see that it looks like a 6 here? 6. Well, that's how you remember the kanji for 6. This kanji has 4 strokes. Let's look at the stroke order. The top line is drawn first, followed by the horizontal line. And when it comes to the bottom part, there are 2 lines, right? You will be drawing the left hand side line first and then the right hand side line. To understand the stroke order better, I have also included a short video on the way the kanji is written. Let's watch it. One more time, the top line first, then the horizontal line, line on the left and then line on the right. There are 2 pronunciations for every kanji, right? One is the kunyomi, which is the native Japanese pronunciation, and the other is the onyomi, which is the original Chinese pronunciation. Most of the kanjis for today's video, the onyomi, you would already be knowing about it if you know how to count numbers in Japanese. The kunyomi only is something new which I will be teaching you. The kunyomi here, there are 2. One is mu. It's not mutsu, it's a small tsu, so it would be read as mu. And mui. Mu, mui. Onyomi for it is roku. At times you could also read it by dropping the ku sound. So there is another onyomi which I have given here, and that is ro. So let's go over the readings. Mu, mui, roku, ro. Example words. All through the kanji discussion today, I have kept the first 3 words similar. As in, the first word would be a counter of things. The second word would be date, as in 7th April, 7th May, how do you tell date? The third word would be month, as in 7th month, 8th month, 9th month. So the first 3 words being similar, the 4th word would differ from kanji to kanji. The first word, counter of things. The counter of things is generally read in its kunyomi, and this word would be read as mutsu. Mutsu. The next comes date, that is 6th day of the month. This word would also be read in its kunyomi, and this time the reading here would be muika. Muika. 6th month, which means June. The reading would be rokugatsu. Rokugatsu. 6 minutes would be read as roppun. Roppun. Next kanji, kanji for number 7. It looks like this. A tip on remembering the kanji. Watch this short video and then I would explain it. Invert the kanji and see. You would find that it looks like the number 7. Can you see it now? Stroke order. There are two strokes in this. The first line drawn is the horizontal line, and then comes the vertical line cutting across it. Watch it again. One more time. The horizontal line first, followed by the vertical line. If you see this kanji, it could also be related to the English alphabet T. And if you're writing T, how would you do it is you would write the vertical line first and then draw the line cutting across. But that's not the case here. Here you would be drawing the horizontal line first and then comes the line cutting across. Kunyomi and onyomi, both would be familiar to you. Kunyomi is nana and onyomi is shichi. Nana, shichi. Going into the example words. The first word, counter of things, would be read in its kunyomi, and that would be nanatsu. The second word, seventh day of the month, would be nanoka. Nanoka. Seventh month, which means July, it would be read as in its onyomi. Okay, whenever gatsu comes, you will read it in its onyomi, and that would be shichigatsu. Shichigatsu. 7 persons. The reading here would be nananin. You could also tell shichinin, both are okay. Nananin or shichinin. Kanji for number 8. The kanji looks like this. I have already given you a glimpse of this kanji when we did the discussion for kanji for 6, right? Anyway, I would give you one more tip on remembering the kanji. Recall back the katakana characters, the ha line. Ha, he, fu, he, ho. The ha character looks something like the kanji for 8. There are 2 strokes in this kanji. The first stroke would be the left hand side and then followed by the right hand side. Watch out the stroke now. Again, the left hand side line followed by the right hand side line. The kunyomi. There are 2 kunyomi for it. One is ya, ya, and the other is yo, ya, yo. It's not yatsu because there's a small tsu here, so it would be read as ya. Onyomi would be familiar to you. It's hachi. You could also drop the chi sound at times and read it as ha, ha. Example words. Counter of things would be read in its kunyomi. And this word would be read as yatsu, yatsu. The next word, 8th date, that is day of the month, kunyomi, but there are 2 kunyomi. You will be reading this as yoka, yoka. So if you go over the dates, 6th was read as muika, 7th was read as nanoka, and 8th is read as yoka. 8th month, August, would be read as kunyomi, onyomi, onyomi sound, and that would be read as hachigatsu, hachigatsu. The last word. If you're really 8 years old, the counter is sai, and this word would be read as hasai, hasai. Next would be the kanji for number 9. Kanji looks like this. A small tip on remembering the kanji. Watch this video and then I would explain it. Can you see a 9 hidden in the kanji on the left hand side? So looking at this kanji, imagine that there was a 9 hidden on the left hand side. There are 2 strokes in this kanji. The first one would be the vertical line and then followed by the horizontal line. Watch the stroke order again. One more time. The vertical line first and then followed by the horizontal line. Moving into the kanji readings. Kunyomi is kokono. Kokono. Onyomi is Q. Or at times it could also be read as ko. So going over the readings. Kokono. Q. Example words. Counter of things would be read in its kunyomi, and so it would be read as kokonotsu. Kokonotsu. Ninth day of the month would be read again in its kunyomi, and the word is kokonoka. Kokonoka. Ninth month, which means September. Onyomi you should use. But there are two onyomi. Q, ko. A very common mistake we make here is we read this as kyugatsu, but that's not the case. This would be read as kugatsu. Kugatsu. The last word. 9 times if I have to tell, the word would be kyukai. Kyukai. The last kanji for today, and that's the kanji for 10. Look at this kanji. I will tell you a small tip on remembering the kanji. Watch this video. It looks like Roman numeral 10. The kanji is like this. If you tilt the kanji a little, it looks like the Roman numeral 10. This kanji has 2 strokes in it. Looking at the stroke order, the horizontal line is drawn first, followed by the vertical line cutting across. Watch the way the kanji is written. Horizontal line, vertical line. One more time. Horizontal line, followed by the intersecting vertical line. Readings for the kanji. Kunyomi is to. To. I would tell there's only one kunyomi, technically speaking, because to, you could also drop the O sound and just read it as to. Onyomi would be familiar to you. It is ju. Or sometimes it could also be read as ji. Ju, ji. Example words. Counter for things would be read in its kunyomi, and it would be read as, take a guess. What would be the counter of things? Can we go over the counter of things only? 6 things. What was the word? Mutsu, nanatsu, yatsu, kokonotsu. So this would be read as totsu, right? The tsu sound should be dropped. You would be reading it as to. To. 10th date, that is day of the month, would be read as toka. Toka. Last 2 words. By now you would be clear that gatsu means you should read it in its onyomi. It would be read as jugatsu. Jugatsu. And 10 minutes would be read as juppun. Juppun. Now that we have completed the kanjis from 6 to 10, it's time for a short recap. Recap time! So in this video we have covered kanji for numbers 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. First I will show you how the kanji looks. 6. The shortcut which I had told you here was, look at the bottom part of it. It looks like kanji for 8. Then a line drawn cutting across it, and that becomes kanji for 6. 7. If you invert the kanji and see, you would find a 7 there. Kanji for 8 is that katakana character ha. And 9, you would see a 9 number hidden on the left hand side of the kanji. 10 was, the kanji is this. If you tilt it and see, you would see that it looks like Roman numeral 10. When it comes to the readings of it, kunyomi and onyomi, I would like to revise the onyomi first with you. Onyomi for the kanjis are roku, shichi, hachi, kyu, ju. Repeat it. Roku, shichi, hachi, kyu, ju. Kunyomi by something new which we have learned today. For 6, the kunyomi is mu, mui. For 7, it is nana. 8, ya, yo. 9, kokono. And 10 is to. Thank you for watching the video till the end. Please do subscribe our channel, and if you found this video helpful, press the like button. It would motivate me to do some more videos like this for you. So, meet you again in our next video. Till then, bye bye.